Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we're going to make what I hope turns out to be a really cute pair of earrings using our beads and charms from our inspiration bundle, Spiral Bubble Knitting from Thunder Horse Descendant. I think these are going to be cute. I hope you do too. Let's turn down and we'll get to work on them. Okay, here are our beads. We've got this beautiful cobalt one. This one's got a wave in it. I think it's really trippy. And these little, they look like leaves. So we're going to have one for each. And of course we have an ear wire for each one. Then we have these really cute little spiral of dolphins. Those are going to go here. And spacer between these. Then I've got two little lengths of chain. And what we're going to do with that, that's going to hook up to our wire when the loop when we put the on, and then we're going to have this little spiral hanging down. So that's what we're going to look like. And now we need to get a couple of pieces of 20 gauge wire out. It doesn't need to be long. That's probably longer than I need right there. So we'll get two pieces about that length. The only reason I need this much is to make my loops. And like I say, I probably don't even need this much. So we'll straighten these wires out somewhat. Well, as much as we can. And then we're going to make a wrapped loop, so we'll push that over, get our bell making pliers, get the smallest, up and over, around, bring her over, leaving a slight gap, and then straighten her up. So she likes like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slip our dolphins on here, and then our chain. Now the dolphins are double-sided, so it doesn't really matter. Oops, chain fell off. Which way the chain goes, because like I say, they're double-sided, so it's not a matter of, oh gosh, I need to get this to one side or the other. Now if they weren't double-sided, then you would have to worry about, you want the chain to go on this side that is, oops, don't drop it. You would want the chain to go on the side that is the blank side if your piece wasn't double-sided. So now we get hold of this, and we'll wrap this about 2 or 3 times. Now when I'm wrapping, I prefer to use a pair of pliers. I think it gets it neater and tighter, though I have done it with my fingers before. If I feel that the wire is loose enough. So since the chain is back this way, this is where I want my wrap to terminate. So, and tuck it in. Now see the chain, how the chain falls back behind here? Then when, after I finish it, then we will get a little tiny jump ring to put this onto the back. So as you can see, I definitely don't need this much wire, because I'm just going to now put these beads on here. And then we just have to wrap it to put our ear wire on. So now, because this is this way and our ear wire wants to go this way, this needs to wrap this direction. So put that on here. Get our back out, pull her around, drop her down, bring her over, and straighten her up. And as you can see, I probably could have done with at least an inch less. Now I do have a definite front and back though, because this chain needs to go to the back. So I want to feed this on backwards so that when it comes around through the loop, come on, go through the loop, that it turns and faces forward. So now here we go. We're going to wrap this side, and then we'll straighten anything that needs straightened, because this looks like it's going to need some straightening. And then we'll get the little tiny jump ring out to put our spiral on the bottom of our chain. So let's wrap this up. Now, because I have so much extra wire, I don't have to worry about, as you can see, I'm getting my wire all twisted there. Doesn't matter, because we're just gonna cut that off. So we'll cut that extra bit off and carefully tuck this in. There we go. Now we'll see if we're all straight. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now we need to get that jump ring to put that little spiral down here. So I got a couple of little jump rings out. We're going to open this baby up. I'm going to put it on the chain and then put the little spiral on. And close her up. Making sure it's closed, because the chain is small and you don't want to take the chance of it coming out. Oops. There we go. So there's earring number 1. With our blue beads, our dolphins, and then our little spiral below it. Aren't those cute? So now to do the second one, we're going to do exactly the same, of course. So let's straighten our wire. Then we'll do our bend. Our step bell making pliers out and go over and above and down and around, leaving a gap, and then straighten her up. Now we want to put on our dolphins and our chain. Now we want to get hold of that ring, bring it over, and wrap it the 3 times we did the other side. So 1, 2, 3. Make sure which is front and back, because you want there we go. This is where we want to cut it. So trim that little piece off, tuck it in, and now we want to put on our, come on, straighten up guys, what are you going on here? Chain goes back here, okay. Put on our dark blue bead. I love this color. Actually, I love both these blues. I think they're very gorgeous. This is cobalt blue. I don't know if this particular blue has a color. Or a title, I should say. So anyway, we've got this part done. Now we need to make our loop for our ear wire. and over and around and down and over here, leaving a gap. Oops, may have left too big of a gap there for our ear wire to go in. So ascertain which is front and which is back, and then the ear wire goes through backwards, over and around. There she is. She's looking all right. Now we're going to wrap this one up. Now, like I said, there's plenty of wire there. I could do it by hand if I wanted to, but we could do it this way too. Now I need to get in and carefully tuck that excess wire in. Okay, and last step is to hook that little spiral on. So open up your jump ring, hook on your chain. Now you could do the spiral first, but I have discovered that if you put the smallest piece on with these little jump rings, it tends to work a lot easier. Because if you put the biggest piece on first, it wants to take up the space, and then it doesn't want to let the second piece on all the time. So there we go. Straighten my bead up here. Still looks a little wonky, so let's see if we could twist it. Okay, that's better. Twist it from the other way. My wire looks like it's a teeny touch crooked, so we'll straighten that right now. And there is our second earring. So there we go. There is our Spiral Dolphin earrings using our Thunder Horse Descendants Inspiration Bundle spiral bubble netting. Aren't those cute? Hope you enjoyed making these with me. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and I really like these earrings. I think they turned out really cute, as well as I was hoping they would. Hope you like them too. We'll see you later. Bye-bye. You know what?